2 billion people may have tuned in to watch last week's royal wedding between Prince William and Kate Middleton, but everybody is still talking about Kate's sister, Pippa. She wore a white bridesmaid dress that some say stole the show. And now, racy photos of her have surfaced on the internet. Here with more on the growing Pippa phenomenon is CBS Royal contributor Victoria Arbiter here at Not Across the Pond this morning. It is great to see you in person.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's nice to be here.
Let's talk about these pictures. How racy, how controversial are they?
Well, they're not that racy, but when you're the sister to the future Queen of England, then it sort of kicks raciness up a notch. They were taken a couple of years ago. Yes, Pippa is in her underwear, but she's not doing anything illegal. They're the sort of pictures that crop up for pretty much any college student. It's just unfortunate that Pippa's learning about fame the hard way.
Yeah. Now, is there anything the Queen can do about this? Is she really angry when she sees stuff like this, you think?
It's not that she's angry, but by association, it's embarrassing for the royal family. You know, the week after the wedding, the Queen would much rather us talking about the fact that William took part in 2 mountain rescues this week. But instead, Pippa's stunning. She made quite a splash at the wedding. And so, of course, that's what we're talking about. But I'm sure that she's going to be having a word to make sure that these pictures are sat on. And hopefully this will be the last we see of them.
You know, a few years ago, Pippa Middleton, nobody ever heard of Pippa Middleton. She was just this kid, this civilian. When people are thrust in that kind of situation, do you think they have any sort of indication, talking about Pippa specifically, that she was going to be subject to all this scrutiny?
Absolutely not. I mean, especially because these pictures were taken a while ago. The same thing has happened, sadly, for James Middleton this week. Pictures have surfaced of his years at university, which was a long time ago. I think, you know, they didn't have any idea. Pippa is a classy girl. She is a good girl. She's definitely got a twinkle in her eye. She's not quite as well behaved as Kate, shall we say, but she goes into a nightclub looking fabulous and she comes out looking fabulous. She's not sort of falling all over the place, losing her mind. So, yeah, I don't think she had an idea.
And William is very protective of her as well.
William is incredibly protective of the Middleton family. He has a love-hate relationship with the media in general. Simply, we have to look to what happened to his mother to understand why. But he's very protective of them. And in the build-up to the wedding, we saw when Carol Middleton was being attacked by the press, he stepped in and took care of it. So I think we're going to see the same thing with this.
You know, I think I, like many people, are watching the royal wedding, and suddenly Pippa gets out of the car, and you're like, okay, who's that? Well, why do you think the world is so fascinated with her?
Well, I think you're not alone, Russ. I mean, she definitely made an impact. You know, we've been used to seeing Pippa in a business suit going off to work. You know, she's definitely a career girl. And she got out of that car and it was, wow, we had no idea Pippa was hiding all of this. I mean, they're a beautiful family, but I think that dress and from the back, she looked especially wonderful. And it's, I mean, that's what's so incredible. It's her bottom has now got a Facebook site.
Oh, it does. It does. Is that right? Her bottom has a Facebook site.
Her bottom does. 205,000 followers last time I checked. I mean, it's all in good taste. There's nothing vulgar or inappropriate. I think people are just having a bit of fun, and girls all over the world are wishing they had a bottom quite like Pippa's.
Well, what is her story? The word was that Prince Harry perhaps was going to try to hook up with that, as the kids say.
Prince Harry's a cheeky chappy, but he's quite taken with Chelsea Davies still. Pippa is taken as well. She's dating a former cricketer, now businessman, Alex Loudon. Rumour has it that they're very tight, but he might want to think about popping a ring on her finger based on her newfound popularity. But they're very happy together.
There's also Pippa merchandise out there?
There is. There's an array of Pippa merchandise. I thought we'd seen everything with royal wedding memorabilia, but now T-shirts are starting to make an impact. I'm sure there's a lot more to come. But again, it's all been done in good taste, sort of a bit of fun.
Is it true that replicas of Pippa's dress are outselling the replicas of Kate's dress?
It would seem so, but also we have to remember that Pippa's dress could be worn for so many different occasions. Yes, it looks quite bridal. It could be a bridesmaid's dress. It could be a debutante's dress, a prom dress, an evening do function dress, you know, whereas Kate's dress was very, very bridal. So David's Bridal, for example, ordered equal numbers of both dresses, but most other companies are ordering more of Pippa's because they're just flying.
Wow, you did a great job over there. Was it fun? You have a good time?
It was extraordinary. I mean, it was such a privilege to have a front row seat to all of it, but it's also nice to be home.
Okay, Victoria Arbiter, great to see you in person, not on some satellite somewhere.
Thank you, Russ.
We'll see you again soon.